Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. This week, I have been sharing lessons that I have learned from my recent acute sciatica episode. Now, why am I talking about sciatica in the Confidence Zone? Because I learned and I've realized how much being in pain takes down your confidence. You want to be normal, you want to feel normal, you want to go about your life, but it's hard if you're in pain. And then after you come out of the acute pain, you don't feel confident going forward and so on and so forth when you were really taken down as I was. And so I felt that it was really relevant and important to discuss this in the confidence zone. I've been sharing lessons all week, listen to your body. I talked about stuck energy, which is definitely relevant in life and in business. I talked about getting rest. And then I also talked about time and being aware about time. Today, for the final part of this series, I want to talk about receiving help. Receiving help. We're taught from very young in our lives to be independent, to learn how to do things, to grow and to become independent and, be able to figure out how to do things ourselves. Later in life, this might serve us, but it also might not serve us. If you're the type of person who can never ask for help, who always has to struggle through things, always has to do things the hard way, never is able to access resources, think about or make use of resources, then this doesn't go well for you if you have an acute episode of pain like I did. So today's lesson is receiving help. Also, as a corollary, asking for help. We're taught very much to not ask for help. This is something I do with my clients all the time. I ask a simple clarifying question. Well, where might we go for help with this? Is there anyone we know who could help us with this? What's a resource we could access? When we're down in from the difficulty of something, in my case, it was pain, or in the other case, it might be emotional or some inner sense of being that you have to do it all yourself, then we don't make use of what I call doing things the easy way. So I want to know, how good are you at asking for help and at receiving help? So some people kind of, brag on, well, I don't need help. I can do things myself. I'm okay. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. Who are you with this? How are you at this? This is something that for me, I learned many, many years ago. If you follow me here in the Confidence Zone, you may have heard me talk about when my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, Linda, was diagnosed with leukemia. 20 years ago, 21 years ago, I think, we were all thrown into a tizzy, of course, as happens with a cancer diagnosis in a family, and everybody's, pitched in. And I learned when I was doing my part, while she was out getting treatment somewhere else, I was going to her home, to my brother's home, to help with the kids on the weekends, and other people offered help. And I learned to say yes. Yes, I would love to receive bagels for breakfast. Yes, I would love to receive a homemade cooked lasagna. Yes, I would love it if you would, take this little one or that little one in a carpool to wherever they needed to go. I learned that hard lesson. Thank God my sister-in-law, Linda, is well and healthy and amazing. And the baby, Alexandra, with whom she was pregnant, is now 21 years old. But at that time, I never, ever didn't. Once I learned that lesson, I never didn't. That was 21 years ago. I never, ever didn't use that lesson again. In that case, asking for help and receiving help. And that's how it came up this time, because I did need help. I mean, my sister was here with me. She was helping me. I had to be okay to say, yes, can you go out and spend more money, get more patches for me, and, all the things. And then Sarah, she had to leave, and then Sarah had to come over, and I had to say, yes, could you stay over with me? I don't feel confident enough to stay alone at night yet. Or, even today, can you watch the dog for me? I'm having a tired day. I'm feeling tired today. And so when you are dealing with episodes of things, concerns, issues, maybe it's not an acute pain issue for you, but a difficult emotional time, a stressful time at work, or something that is imposing on you from the, things that are happening in the world today, I want to invite you to remember this lesson. It's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to say yes to help if it is offered. Open your eyes. Do you realize that there may be someone you could ask help from who would be happy to say yes? In fact, they're just wanting to help you. They're just wishing they could do something, but they don't know what to do. So then it's on me to say, here's some help I need today, like with the dog. I love Mr. Cooper, but for some reason I was feeling tired today, and I just didn't feel I could, walk him today. So this way he could be up there with her and her two dogs, and, a doggy door, and it would just be easier for me and for him for not to be in my space with me feeling stress. That was a simple thing, but there's been lots of help that I've asked. As I mentioned before, somebody reached out to me and said, hey, I know some exercises. Would you like to come to my studio so I can show you in person? I didn't be like, oh, no, that's okay. I was like, yes, what time do you want me there? And I went for that. Receiving help. Asking for help does not make you a weakling. It does not make you weak. It does not make you unable or incapable or stupid or anything at all. In my world, it makes you smart and strong to ask for the help that you need, not fighting through these old messages of like, oh, you should do it yourself, or, you should do it on your own, or you need to learn how to do that, and fighting through no matter how hard it is, but rather easing up on your soul, yourself, and saying, what could I do that would support me? Sometimes we have to ask a boss for something. Sometimes we have to ask a sibling, a friend, a neighbor, whatever it is. And so this is the final lesson that I really wanted to share with you. I honestly couldn't wait to get to this lesson this week because it's so important. When you are able to ask for help, when you're able to say, yes, thank you, if help is offered, you feel more confident because you're being supported. You're being supported in faith, if you believe that, right? And you're being supported physically, right? There were times I was asking God for help, like in those nights that I was in such pain, even, several nights, even since I got back. I was like, please, God, help me with this pain, right? And so, but here in the physical, there are people often, usually, or at least maybe in our spheres who would be willing to say yes if they knew that we needed help, or who might be offering you things which you may be blocking. You may be in resistance. You may not even realize help is being offered. And if you're seeing this video today, then I'm encouraging you to open up and realize the blessing and the beauty and the gift and the grace of being able to receive help, even or asking for help. Okay, friends. This is a very, very big part of living a confident life. Sometimes it takes confidence to be able to ask for help and know that we won't be seen in a deprecated way. Sometimes it takes confidence to be able to receive help, even if we think we should be able to do it ourselves. That's why I'm speaking about this in the confidence zone. If this is something I can help you with, please contact me. I would love to work with you in this area. Take good care, friends.